You going?
You wanna press the red button?
Hold that mouse. We be right back.
After these messages.
After these
go ahead,
messages.
bro.
Did she roll?
Yeah.
Back with another video, and today we have special guests, but this time we have guests in couple form. So these guys are in a relationship with each other, of course. I mean, well, separate, well, okay, but you gotta be specific nowadays, okay? But yes, they are in a relationship with each other. So we are going to introduce them. We're gonna start here. Go ahead.
My name is Friencine. I have a YouTube channel that talks all about financing and personal finances and, you know, getting right with your money. I also have a business where we are catering to helping people advance their financial situation called Free for Creation. Everything will be down in the description.
Dell, 2 for 20, 3 for 25. Shout out my son Carlton, Princeton.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Alright, it's your boy Tizz, T-I-Z-Z.
Hi, I'm Naomi. Okay, and do you guys want to let us know where we can follow you guys?
Oh. Well, you can follow me at Tizz the Guru on Instagram.
Alright, so first we're gonna do a questionnaire, and I was able to collect some questions from some people. I did not do a survey on this one as of yet, but a lot of questions stemmed from my previous Q&A video with the women. So I will link that in the card up top. Check that out. But yes, some of the questions sparked a lot of controversy. So I figured the best way to answer some of these questions would be to get a couple's opinion. So first, can you guys tell us how long have you guys been in a relationship?
How long?
4 years.
Okay, when?
November 29th, 2016. Going on 5 this year.
Aww. The interrogation. Okay, how about you guys?
Just same as them. We've been together for 5 years. March 26, 2016.
Alright. So, we are going to get into the questions. Alright. Your first question is the single you the same you in a relationship? Explain or break that down. Anybody?
Oh, no.
Anybody?
No, because I have to consider somebody else's feelings and somebody else's wants and needs besides myself.
I agree. You got to take into account your partner, so you can't necessarily act on whether first instinct or whatever you want to do for yourself. There's somebody else that you got to take into consideration that'll be impacted by your decision.
Good answer. He was a hoe.
Yikes.
So no, we're not
First
the
of
same
all,
person.
I wasn't a hoe, alright? I just was a young person that was exploring what was going on in the world, right? I just feel that when you're in a relationship, it's more than just you. It's more than one person. It's a bond relationship. So now you have to relate with the person that you're with. Right, Naomi?
Okay. this whole buddy but okay. A follow-up question to that is based on like the women's Q&A video. Some people could argue that you like them outside of a relationship a certain way. So why should they have to change when they get into a relationship?
That was a good video. Y'all should watch it. Right?
I will link it up again up top. But go ahead.
Check that out.
I don't think it's change. I think it's growth. Because you grow with that person. Because they teach you things that you never knew before. So you're learning and you're becoming a better you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because who I am in 2016 is not the person I am today. Completely different. I take credit in my growth, but thank you for your help and your assistance, my nice assistant. You really just have to learn how to not be selfish, because as a single person, it's my way or the highway. I don't have to be with you, but when you find that person you want to be with, you put in the effort to make it work. So
I approve that message.
Alright. So we are gonna go on to our next question. In a relationship, did you find that you had to change your style or yourself? So I think that's kind of like a second to the first one.
With me, I was more of an outgoing person when I was single. I was literally everywhere. You know, I was talking to this person, talking to that person. You know, I went to college upstate. I did what I had to do, like when I was young, because you know, you're young, you want to experience life. But when I got into a relationship with her, I kind of had to calm down. I relaxed. I'm not as outgoing as I used to be. I'm more like taking care of what's home now. Take care of my family, my girl, my son. You know, I continue to be the best man I could be now than I was back then when I didn't care about nothing. Like I didn't have no motivation. I just had myself.
These are some clean answers. Like, seriously, I feel like y'all
but
real clean.
I don't think it goes back to the appreciation. You need to know who your partner is. Is your partner the type of person that is okay with you showing as much skin? Because I'm referencing the original video. Is your partner okay with that? And if they're not, you either suck it up or leave the relationship. Like, it's like, do your partner want a modest person? If they do, all right, you gonna be modest or you gonna leave the relationship. Like 50-50. But then it goes to what is okay within your relationship.
But it comes also like you saw what that person was posting and was like before you got with them.
True.
So if most people, they're not gonna change that part just because they're in a relationship with somebody.
And that goes back to if that's who you saw me as, you need to take me or leave me. Like, take me or leave me. I'm not gonna conform to you, but there's situations where people were modest before and want to start showing skin, like whatever her Kyrie Curry wife. Aisha
Curry,
where she wants to explore her sexuality and who she is as a feminine being, but that's not who she was when they first met. So
they're not together when they were like young.
They were.
When you're young, you're not really like, you know, and social media wasn't as what it is now.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's
growth
a conversation
and different timing.
Yeah, like it's a conversation. Like, are you okay with me posting this picture with my butt out? If you aren't, that's a conversation because I want to. If you're okay with it, all right, cool, let's go.
Listen, like, if your body set good, your body set good.
Well, like, I know you guys, your opinions, like, you're like, well, actually, I don't know.
My opinion is that's the conversation that needs to have, and what is your boundaries? If you want to conform to not doing what you want to do, or do you want to just go off the rail? Like, it's a conversation. But I feel like that needs to be inconsiderate with your partner. You can't just do it unless that's who you were before, and then you just continue with who you are.
And that's why the main phase in relationship, communication is key.
I'm about to put it up here again. Communication is key. But yeah,
relationship is compromise.
All compromise.
Okay.
All
You
compromise.
can't compromise, then is it really a relationship? You can't relate.
Is it really a relationship if you can't compromise?
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
Yeah, it is a bar. Yo, let me get one of these like upcoming artists. Put that in a verse.
Don't
Don't do that. Don't put it in no verse unless you give credit where credit is due.
Nothing nice. Link this video too. So,
Matt, contact us.
do you consider flirting cheating?
Duh.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you know it's interesting. I have some cases people would say no, but it's like it's cheating if you don't vocalize it, if you hide it.
I get what they're saying.
But
I
it's
get what
like-
they're saying.
But some people would say like, oh yeah, I don't really.
But then it depends on the concept of the flirt of the other person. For example, something could seem flirtatious to me, but it's not to you or stuff like that. It's like it depends on the whole concept of how the person defines flirt. Cause I could just be talking to you randomly and stuff like that. I'm like myself. I'm a jokester. I like to joke around and stuff like that. And a lot of people would figure that as flirtatious. Like, oh, you joking with me? Oh, he liked me, or stuff like that. Oh, she liked me.
So
a lot of people feel it's like it's. I feel like it's just like I said, communication. If we in a relationship and you know how I am and stuff like that, like if you feel like I'm joking too much, talk to me, let me know and stuff like that. But if like at the beginning, like she said before, it's who I was from the beginning is who I'm gonna continue to be. So if I'm cracking jokes with any random person, you gotta respect like that's who I am. And if you feel like that's flirtatious, that's something you communicate with me.
Or get out.
Oh.
Like, I'm literally like.
She's in a sunken place.
He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna let her talk.
No, it's true because the word flirting is, there's so many variations, so many definitions. Like there's not one cut, this is what flirting is, because sometimes what some people believe is flirting is when you actually in the bed with that person. Like,
Oh yeah.
like it's.
That's an extreme. That's an extreme. Some
Extreme.
people feel like it's flirting
You skip
or
a lot of
cheating
steps.
if something actually happens.
Yeah.
But there's something called like emotional cheating. But I think that's where flirting comes in. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like
Because
it's so many blurred lines. Yes, you can.
That's skipping a lot of steps straight into the bed. So like you said, personality-wise, it can be something to cause a disagreement between partners, right? I'm gonna take it to a different extreme. If I'm standing next to somebody that I don't like, and I'm right-handed, but I slap on my left, did they not get slapped still?
What?
It's still a slap. So if I come off and my nature is flirtatious and my partner sees that as a problem, I can understand. Now if I come in and that's something voiced to me in the beginning and I try to make steps to change it, that's one thing. But if I do it and it's not said and that has to be a conversation later on, I gotta understand how I can make my partner feel. I can't just say, oh well, I've been doing this beforehand, I'm gonna continue to be that person. Yes, I gotta take in mind now how you feel, because it's not all about me. If I really want to make this work, I gotta think about what I do and how it affects you going forward. Right?
Okay.
So guys, our next question. What is your definition of toxic in regards to a relationship? What is toxic? Because this is a term that's been thrown around all over the place to describe so many things as of now, like recently. What is toxic? What is toxic?
Y'all seen Malcolm and Marie? That right there.
You guys have not seen Malcolm and Marie?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it, brother.
I'm about to, oh my goodness.
Don't do it.
Malcolm and Marie is a piece for theater majors. It's not a piece for the common
Facts.
people. Unless
Yeah.
you're a woke common person, you like to dissect film and talk about the underlying meaning behind everything. But for an average watcher, you're gonna be like, why are they yelling and
Hold on, I got
arguing
you.
with each
I
other?
got you. If you ain't shit, that's your movie. that's your movie.
Why yes?
That's your movie.
You ain't shit.
Right.
Guys, what is toxic?
Toxic behaviors are unhealthy behaviors.
Okay, so in regards to a relationship, what could you, if somebody came to you telling you issues about their relationship, which you guys, I would not advise you to do unless you're in danger, but because whatever communication you guys need to have, it needs to stay within your relationship and not sent to your friends. Just saying. But
Unless you want to talk to me, because you know my name is Tizz the Guru.
but if somebody wanted advice on their relationship, how could you say or tell them, yo, this, how can you indicate this behavior is toxic?
Well, for starts, if they're putting you down, being constantly negative towards you, whether that's your parents, your intellectual capability, if you are constantly with them and every time you leave, you feel drained or you feel like bad about yourself or bad in general, something's not right.
They can be manipulative.
Like
Domestic violence.
Like Chris and Paige. Now that's a toxic relationship.
Okay, y'all are naming stuff. I
But
don't
Married
know.
at First Sight. Chris and Paige. We watch Married at First Sight. The couple, the Christian guy that she's talking about. This is God's plan. No, boo.
Oh, the black one.
Yes. Married at First Sight. If you want to see a toxic couple, check them out.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I just know they're black.
Some of the traits that you guys described are traits of what? Is it like a verbally or like emotionally abusive relationship? But like, do you think that is more so just saying abusive is more so an extreme and toxic is like a level down? Like, what do you guys think? Or is it on?
I
Are
think
they
it's
both
like
on the
a
same
big
level?
I think they're on the same level because
umbrella.
it doesn't matter like if you did it once or stuff like that, you're still considered an abuser because you abuse somebody. It's like you lose your virginity. You're not virgin no more. So if once you become you abuse once, you're gonna become an abuser and all that. So you're toxic off the rip. You know, it doesn't matter any type of behavior. You're gonna become labeled toxic. Like it could be one incident that you probably didn't even do on purpose. People gonna view you as toxic because you did it. They caught you on camera. They caught you doing. You know, a lot of people witnessed it, so they're gonna consider you toxic no matter what. Especially in the world we live in now. Everybody quick to point a finger, like, yo, that person's toxic and stuff like that. Something, you know, like I said, it don't need to be on purpose, but as long as somebody view it and stuff like that, you're gonna be labeled toxic no matter what.
I feel like toxic is an umbrella term that you can fit a lot of things under. And emotional, physical, and spiritual abuse is one of those things you can fit under toxic. So it's like you can do it unintentionally and be a toxic person, but as a human being, it's your job to reflect on what you do so you don't do it again.
I think toxic and problematic need to be removed from diction in 2021.
Oh my gosh.
I'm tired of hearing those phrases.
And watch him be called toxic. He's not toxic, he's just a human
Yo,
being.
if somebody said that toxic thing, y'all pay. That is not okay.
Even though I don't like the cancel movement, but cancel the word toxic. All right, y'all use that word.
They use it a lot, but I feel like it's a lot less extreme than saying what it really is. But there's some.
It's watered down.
But it is watered down. But I think people abuse the term itself.
Yeah,
I think it's a valid term, but they abuse it because they say everything is
I don't
toxic.
think it's a
Like, you being
I feel like
dismissive, that's toxic. I mean, yeah, we all have our dismissive times, but
you're definitely right, but it's you being human. You're gonna learn from what you did. You're gonna learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. You calling me toxic and all that, it's not gonna teach me anything but to hate the world and hate the people that's around me. You know, you wanna learn from what you're listening. So if you feel like somebody toxic, how about you take the chance to go reach out to that person like, yo, I feel like what you did right there was bad and stuff like that. We all gotta learn from each other. That's one thing that kind of affecting the world right now. It's like people don't wanna teach. People rather point fingers, say you did that, you did this, and I like that. And you should just take the time to really understand that person, because your mindset is not the same as the next person right next to you. Feel me? Like some people were raised in the project and know about this way. Some people were raised in the suburbs. Some people were raised in the urban. It's depends on who you're around. So if you're able to teach the person that, hey, that's the wrong move and stuff like that, do so. Rather than call them toxic. You call them toxic, you're gonna keep building up till that person turn into something he wasn't even supposed to be, or she wasn't supposed to be. So always look out to help somebody rather than just pointing the toxic word on them.
Yep, it's the action of this word that people have around the word toxic. It's the fact that you're quick to cancel and not rehabilitate, which is the problem with the U.S. overall. They don't rehabilitate anyone. And
that's a story for another time.
That's a story for another time.
Let's look down deep in history, you guys.
How we get to the country?
But really, like, the word toxic is not the problem. It's the fact that we're using it without teaching, without conversation. Like, how am I being toxic? Because I may not see what I just said as toxic.
That's why I disagree. The word is the problem. Toxic and problematic, both bad words. I hate that.
Agree to disagree.
You hate without me. You're toxic. Shut the yo.
Okay, see, but then
No.
that
It's a word for the accuser. Any little thing that you dislike about somebody, you're quick to call them toxic. You're quick to write them off and make them the bad guy. Those are literally words for people to make themselves feel better about how somebody else makes them feel.
But when you think about it, though, babe, there's going to be another word. The problem is still going to be there.
Hey,
Okay, wait. So
hold on.
go ahead.
It's the person. I skinned my knees when I was younger. I'm tough. A lot of people ain't tough. If every little thing that someone says offends you, you need to work on yourself. You need to thicken your skin. This world is full of people that are not going to cater to you and baby you. Just because you're babied by the people that you surround yourself with, doesn't mean if you go outside, you're going to have that same reaction. If you go for a job interview and somebody doesn't like the way you are, they're going to deny you from that job. You can't just expect everybody to baby you your entire life. We're adults. We got to be able to deal with the fact that somebody may not like us, or we may have to do something on our own. You cannot just say, oh my gosh, you're toxic, you're problematic, because their views and your views don't necessarily align. There's billions of people in this world. We're not all the same.
Alright guys, so we're gonna end this video here, but thank you guys for tuning in. Honestly, write in the comments who you guys sided with, or like you were feeling the most. Yeah, just write in the comments. Were you feeling Friencine the most with her words of wisdom? Vidal with his background dancing? TJ with his quotes and other words of wisdom? Or Naomi, especially with her facial expressions? Who are y'all feeling the most? And comment on some potential questions that you would want to be answered.
Drop that comment
by another couple that I may bring onto the show. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, peace.
Deuces.